Hello everyone, Ace here, and today let's talk a little bit about Gen Con and how it has recently flooded. And not with players, but instead with bad weather, resulting in water pouring in from the roof onto players and vendors alike. Considering that Gen Con is the largest convention for tabletop and card games, you could probably imagine how disastrous this could potentially be, and how much the damages could reach, in terms of people legitimately getting their stuff ruined. Not exactly what one should expect when attending as high profile a convention as Gen Con, especially considering the speciality of that particular convention. It is of note that Gen Con was also halted due to a tornado warning, resulting in the guests having to take shelter. Fortunately, no one was injured, and while there is evidence of wind damage for certain venues outside, that itself is not actually evidence that the tornado itself hit Gen Con. Now, the possibility of a tornado is something that's simply beyond the capacity for what Gen Con can handle. You know, aside from having good places for people to evacuate to and take shelter in. So the tornado itself is obviously something I can't fault Gen Con over, but when it comes to the leaking roof, causing water to pour onto both guests and vendors alike, yeah, that's absolutely something that Gen Con is responsible for and should be held responsible for. You're the largest tabletop convention in the US, and you can't even make it so that people don't have a good reason to have umbrellas inside your convention indoors. You can't even protect their cards from getting drenched from the outside weather. That is beyond embarrassing, that is downright shameful. And Gen Con deserves all the mockery it gets over what has transpired, at least when it comes to the leaky roof.